What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Noonchi Podcast. I'm tired, bro.
Yeah.
I'm fucking beat.
It's only Tuesday.
Currently, last episode we talked about our addiction to Clubhouse. Well, I don't know if you're addicted, but I'm fully sipping on the juice of Clubhouse.
I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm addicted. I've got it down in terms of when to get off and when to,
Right.
Right. I turn my phone off at 11. So,
oh wow,
yeah.
Dude. My daily average on that app is 5 hours.
That's a lot.
And I'm working here, and I don't turn it on here at work.
But the thing is, even if those 5 hours, there's more. Most people on Clubhouse are on way longer than 5 hours.
Yeah, because they're fucking weirdo.
Danny and I, we were talking about maybe just turning it on during this episode. Get an audience today.
I guess. Yeah. I mean, I will.
Let's try to do it, and also I'm gonna try to get Pedro to join us.
All right. I'm making it social, a social room. I'm not going to make it an open room. I don't want everybody to come in and just fuck it up, right?
Making it social means
only the people that follow us get to see it. All right.
Yeah, that way we know we're in a safe place.
All right. You want me to go open this room?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's try it.
Bum, bum, bum.
I'm going to tell Pedro to join.
So the people in the on YouTube, we're not going to do a screen cap of. You're not going to see it. All we're going to do is hear the voices of potential people in the audience, right?
Mm-hmm.
Although I just realized something. There might be a little bit of feedback if we're talking in here on your phone and my phone. So you probably have to mute one.
Yeah. I'm going to have it muted.
Right. Wow, just people are coming in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go join you. I have my thing on and muted.
Wait, what's up, 12? Or not?
Oh, so we got Bernie, 12, Mina. Hey, what's up, Bernie? So,
I don't think this is a good idea, man.
It's not a good idea.
Yeah. I think it's a fucking stupid idea. Okay. And look at this. It's all like echoing.
Here we go. Okay, I got the mic off. Okay.
All right.
So we're making history here, and we're going to be the first.
No, someone's already done it.
Someone's done it on their podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we're going to make it popular. So here we are doing Noonchi Podcast, episode 31. Even getting to 31 has been pretty interesting.
Yeah. I mean, what do you call it? I can't even talk. The reason why we got to 31 and it's been more than 31 weeks is because we took 3 months off because we were burnt out, and we kind of still are burnt out, with this.
We were on Spoon Radio.
This whole
things.
Yeah, and we were speaking in Korean, and basically it felt like you were drowning every time you spoke a sentence.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but we decided, hey, because we're so, adventurous and experimental, Bobby goes, hey Danny, we should try Spoon Radio, or not, wow, I can't talk. We should try Clubhouse and record. And I'm like, I don't think it's a good idea, man. Why? Because I have ADD, you have more ADD, and so this is going to be a clusterfuck,
and
right?
people are leaving.
Yeah.
We got Bernie sticking through it with us. So
hey, what up, Gogu B?
Oh, Gogu B, what's up, man?
Today, I wanted to talk about rewatchable movies.
Yes,
because there's some movies that we consider great, but they're not movies that I want to see over and over and over again. Right?
I feel you.
And then there's some movies that are not considered classics, but you can watch anytime you see it on TV, you watch it. You have to just be like, you know what? Day's done. Got to watch it, right?
All right.
So
did you think of some movies?
I've thought of many movies that I go, they might not be considered classics, but I will sit down and watch all the time.
Okay. You go first.
Number one, it's one of my all-time favorite. It's probably the movie I've seen the most out of all movies in my life. It is the wonderful classic movie called Bloodsport.
Bloodsport, sure.
Bloodsport. It was, and then so
Claude Van Damme.
So I've been to Hong Kong a few times, and there is a Bloodsport tourist. Like you go on online and you can search where they shot certain parts of the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so that's how much of a fan I am that I've been to the venues that still exist.
Okay.
Like where he's overlooking the city doing splits and like just, doing, I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah.
Like I've been there. Obviously,
did you enjoy it, though?
I didn't do the splits. No, dude. There's so many people there.
Yeah.
Right. So I just kind of went, oh, it kind of looks like the place, but it didn't feel, like amazing. But it's in Kowloon. So Kowloon, and then that place is was Victoria's Peak. Okay. Right. But to me, Bloodsport was my first introduction to Jean-Claude Van Damme. The muscles from Brussels, as they call
it.
Right. But I realized it was not my first movie that I seen him in. He was in a movie as an extra in a movie called Breakin' 2.
How do you know this?
Right?
What is it?
Dude,
I've never heard of it.
You should, okay, for all our listeners, go type in Breakin' 2 Jean-Claude Van Damme. And he's like a background dancer, and he's in like a leotard.
Yeah.
On the beach, like Venice Beach, and he's dancing like a fucking idiot. And
find it on YouTube right now.
Oh my god! And you could tell that Jean-Claude Van Damme doesn't know how to dance, because in the movie Kickboxer, he dances with a gal, and it's awful. Hey, we have our first person that wants to join.
All right, is it Walter?
Yeah, but then I can't find him anymore.
He's still here. He's still here with me.
All right.
Should we bring Walter in?
I brought Walter in.
All right.
Welcome, nice. Walter.
Can we hear Walter?
What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Yes.
Walter, you are our first guest on the Clubhouse version of our podcast, and we are fumbling like idiots right now.
What time is it right now?
Hey, dude, can I tell you?
What's up?
We did our simulcast on this as well, Nancy and I, for our dating podcast.
Right.
You know how bad we screwed up? My camera stopped recording after 30 minutes, and I forgot about it. So I only recorded 30 minutes. Nancy didn't record her audio on her end because of feedback. It stopped recording. I forgot that my recorder, I had to push it twice.
Right.
So we have nothing.
So you have nothing. So it was a test run.
Well, yeah, it became one, basically.
Right.
You just wasted 30 seconds of our show right there with that story there.
Exactly. I'm here to help, Bobby.
No, actually, no, because we are wasting a lot of everybody's time, in my opinion, with this attempt. But we'll figure it out.
Yeah. So
how did you guys get the recording icon on there?
It's in your emoji package, man.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm about to try that.
Walter, I have to go to the bathroom real quick. So can you keep Danny occupied? But here's a question for you. We're talking about movies that you can rewatch over and over.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Yeah. So you go. Danny picked Bloodsport.
It's a movie I've watched probably 150 times in my life.
The movie I can watch over and over, and it's kind of surprising, I think, for most people. It's The Replacements.
Ooh, Keanu Reeves. Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman and Brooke Langton. Who did not age very well.
Yeah, I don't know Brooke Langton. I mean, I don't know the name, but I know who she is, right? But
yeah. She's a love interest. For those that don't know, that's
right. The head cheerleader.
Yeah.
At the bar.
Yes. And I got to meet Faison Love.
Ooh.
At a Hollywood billiards place. And so we talked about the movie. And I told him, like, hey, this is a movie I can watch over and over again. And he gave me this, like, incredulous look, like I was just blowing smoke up his butt. But I was like, no, I'm serious. And then I had to ask him one important question. I said, how come when y'all were doing the electric slide, Keanu never did it? And he just looked at me and started laughing. He wouldn't answer.
The Replacements, actually, I've watched a handful of times too. Not in my most rewatchable movies list, but definitely up there.
Yeah, I've watched that. There's movies though that I've watched a lot, but I try not to because I want to forget them, so that when I watch them, it's like a new experience.
So you give it some time.
Yes. So like one movie for me is White Christmas.
White Christmas.
What?
With Bing Crosby.
Oh.
Rosemary Clooney, who's George Clooney's aunt.
Oh, so how was the premiere of that movie? Do you remember?
Your mom went with me, but she likes to, like, Hey, was this the first mom joke you've heard in a long time, seeing as that you're in Korea?
Yeah, and in Korea, if you go your mama, it's a big offense.
Yeah. Was it Youngju we were talking to this about? And then we told him a mom joke, and he looked at us like, that's not funny. Like, is that funny?
Yeah. Well,
that's supposed to be funny.
Well, it's because they don't do mom jokes in Korea at all. Matter of fact, there is a phrase that people use as a curse word, which is basically your mama.
In Korea?
Yeah.
What is that actually?
It's I think it's Nimi.
Nimi?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that ever.
Yeah, but it is. It's true. And don't get confirmation in front of your fucking in-laws, you stupid.
I know.
Right?
I asked them what this is a really bad word to say.
Right.
I got in trouble. I learned this when I was living in Japan with a bunch of Koreans, and they taught me horosheki.
The way you say it is like horror as in like the genre of movie, and sheki as in the son of horror sheki. Holy shit, Bob.
Are you trying to say horonom seki?
No, it's just horosheki.
It means bastard, or like fatherless, like bastard.
Yeah,
right?
childless bastard.
Isn't that what Hwang Jun-min says in the movie New World?
Horosheki, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's a really bad thing to say to someone. It's like fighting words, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. My wife got mad at me because I said it one time on the podcast or somewhere. Oh no, on Spoon Radio.
Oh really?
And she was like, "Oh my god!" She was like, "I got in so much trouble." Yeah, don't use that lightly.
Well, if you pronounce it horror sheki, as in like the son of horror, I think it'll be okay. So Walt, this is you have been on this app Clubhouse for quite some time, right? Or not quite some time, but longer than I have, right?
Yeah.
Is it I know I joined January 30th.
Okay, so you longer than I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you started your own club?
I was thinking about it, but I think when I read the requirements, you have to have hosted like 3 rooms or something like that.
Yeah.
And at that time, I hadn't hosted 3 rooms, but then I was thinking like, I don't know what club I would start.
Yeah, you only get one. So it's a really important decision if you start one. What would it be?
I guess it would be about Korean dramas.
Walter is like, he watches more Korean dramas than the average Korean person in Korea.
Yeah, I was in one of those rooms he started called K-drama something.
Right.
And I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. I haven't seen any of them.
But I have to say the strangest room I've been in, and strange not in a bad way or a negative way, but it was a strange room, was Bernie was talking. Bernie Cho, he was talking about, I think it's the G-Friend girl who was posing for photos with a Nazi mannequin.
Right.
And there was this big controversy when that happened. So Bernie was one of the first speakers I listened to when I joined Clubhouse. And Bernie and I were the only Koreans in the room. There was about 20 people in the room.
Okay.
Right.
About 15 of them were black women.
Because they
I think from all over the world.
Right.
And I was like, what is going? Because I thought there'd be Koreans in there, talking about it, or like some K-pop fans that were white. But 80 to 90% were all black women, and they're from Europe, Africa, America. And I was like, this is the strangest demographic. I just would have never guessed.
That's awesome, though. That's really cool.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm familiar that K-pop is popular with all races and creeds.
Yes.
We have Bernie Cho as a speaker on here. What up, Bernie Cho?
Welcome to the Noonchi Podcast on Clubhouse.
How you doing? How you doing, guys? I wanted to just eavesdrop and listen, but now that you're testing this sort of simulcast between Clubhouse and your podcast, I figured, I might as well be a guinea pig on this slow motion possible maybe train wreck.
Oh, this is no.
It's already a train wreck. Yeah.
I see the other train coming. It's about 5 minutes away. I see the other train coming.
By the way, Walter, the women in that room that we were sitting in on listening, dude, if I had to bet who knew more about Korean TV dramas, honestly, no offense, Walter, I would bet on them. I mean, oh my goodness. They know they're in deep, man. They got passion.
That's a challenge, Walter. That's a challenge.
I know. And I'm trying to figure out how to respond right now to make myself stand out.
See,
and I think I got it. The thing I got is because the way I know I'm better than some of these others, and I say others, including Koreans, is that I have a good memory of what people starred in. So as long as I watched it, I can tell you like what they starred in and when. But the thing I can't tell you is their names, because Korean names for me are very difficult because they're like brand new words.
Yeah,
I agree. Time with people's names.
So this is all the more reason why I would bet against you. Names are everything. The names are everything.
Yeah, names are.
You know what sucks? Because it's Korean.
Dude, I'm just gonna start calling you GameStop. I was short you.
Dude, but you know what sucks about because obviously everyone's Korean in a Korean drama. I can't say, that guy with black hair, like because everyone has black hair, so it's hard for me because of names.
Dude, all you gotta say is "ku oppa." That's it. You're like half the battle's won right there.
Danny, I'm wondering if we should let only people younger than us into the Noonchi Podcast. What are you guys talking about?
See, I see again. We're talking about train wrecks of why we need to figure out a better system. Is that they're just having conversations amongst themselves.
I know,
and we don't see any video, so it's just me and Bobby just staring aimlessly into our phones, just waiting to talk, and that's not a good YouTube video. Everybody,
this is being audio recorded, but we also have a camera on us too. And
Danny, I'm sorry, man. Your school didn't teach you proper grammar. It's not among. It's between, because there's only two of us, Bernie and me. It's between, not among.
Oh, okay. Well, that's another fucking break in the conversation. Awesome.
I agree with you though. With
Walter, that's a technicality because they're technically two dudes in one room, so they can say between. But because there are four of us in this room, it's amongst.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
The way he worded it is that because only you and I were speaking to each other.
But you know what I can do, which is amazing with Clubhouse, is I can move all you motherfuckers to the audience because you are not helping the show at all.
No, but Walter, I agree with you. The names, Korean names are really hard for me too. Even when I met my wife, I couldn't remember her name. I couldn't. Yeah, it took me like 3 or 4 dates.
So what did you call her, like date number 1, 2, and 3?
Well, I had to keep looking at my phone to check to make sure I was saying her name right.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was hard for me to, I don't know. I just have a really hard time with Korean names.
I don't think it's just Korean names. I think you just have a hard time remembering anything. Your brain is these days is kind of shitty.
Well, my brain retains only certain information, and so I think it's why I'm forced to be an artist, because my brain only works in a certain space that creates, and so retaining new things is, I don't know. Let's look.
That's a long way of saying you're fucking stupid, man. So Bob, what is a movie? I said Bloodsport. Walter said Replacements.
Yeah.
What is a movie that you can rewatch over and over?
For me,
again?
the number one movie would probably be Swingers. Like, I love that movie so much. Like, it's so quotable. For me, it's a cult classic. It just brings back good memories for me because I was going to Christian college when I discovered it, and I was also like not allowed to watch movies like that.
Okay, so I'm curious. When you were in Christian college, what were the types of movies were you allowed to watch? Like Ben-Hur and like all the Charlton Heston like Bible movies?
I mean, we were allowed to watch rated R movies and stuff like that. But what I mean was, like, I actually showed it to a bunch of friends because I loved the movie so much. I was like, you have to watch this. It's hilarious. And I remember it was like 6 or 7 friends. I rented it at Blockbuster and we watched it. And they were like, I think I only retained one of those friends. The rest disowned me because that movie is all F-bombs and like, you know, it's pretty bad. So
I don't know, man. I mean, like,
I love that movie.
Do you think it's because of the F-bombs and whatnot, or because there's certain people that kind of go, I like this movie and you must like it too? There's some people that have that energy. I'm not saying you do, but you might have back then, right? Where you go like, hey dude, you need to try this candy. It's fucking good, isn't it? And then like they're just like overbearingly waiting for you to be like, oh my God, it's good. But you're like, it's all right. Like, do you think that might have been the case aside from the content?
I remember getting an email specifically from one of those friends saying they don't approve of this kind of movie. They don't think I should be watching it or I should be sharing it with other people.
Wow.
And then I remember I felt kind of shitty about it for a while. And then this actually happened. Like we had a guest speaker at our chapel. And it happened to be an Asian pastor by the name of David Gibbons. Dave Gibbons. He's actually on Clubhouse too. It's crazy.
Right.
But he came and spoke at our chapel. And at the time, he brought like a VHS tape to like help make his sermon better. I don't know, like he had a video he wanted to show,
right?
And it was a scene from Swingers.
Nice,
you know, and he bleeped out all the curse words,
right?
But I was like, oh my gosh, this person is like knows me. I felt like so like validated that I'm okay, it's okay to watch this movie.
So did the douchebag that wrote you an email claiming to be the manager of your fucking eyeballs, did he apologize?
No, what ended up happening after that chapel, then there was this whole like people, like half the campus was like, we can never invite that pastor again because he brought that smut into our chapel.
Dude, I will show that. I will show them real smut. Like I'll be like, oh yeah, this is nothing, kids.
But he showed, you know, that scene in the movie where it's the answering machine thing, and he keeps calling,
right?
And he keeps getting cut off,
right?
And at the very, like, it's just at the end, he's just like, fuck, like, because he's not getting through,
right?
He just used that to illustrate like frustration or something like that, and I thought it was just like amazing that he used that in a sermon,
right?
I thought it was so cool. Anyway,
so Swingers,
Swingers. Maybe we could bring back Bernie. And he can give us one too. We'll bring Walter too.
No,
you guys got to behave though.
No, it's not even that. I was like listening to it. I was like, "Yo, man, I don't want to edit this shit out. It's just us staring at a phone.
We don't edit.
That's what I mean. That's
editing anything.
Editing. So the reason why I moved them to the audience was I was like, "Hey, man." This is a Noonchi podcast, not the guests of the Noonchi podcast discussing my grammar. I mean, I know, although Bernie was on my side of there's 4 of us, so it's among. You know?
Right.
I appreciate that, Bernie, but it wasn't helping our conversation. So it's my job to cut people off.
Do you think it's time for us to open the room to make it public?
No. Dude, we couldn't handle Walter and Bernie. What are we going to do when there's more people coming in?
Can they actually invite other people that we know into the room as well? Bernie has something to say.
I think I'm going to get cursed out right now.
All right. Let's bring Bernie up.
Bernie is back. What's up, Bernie?
No, dude, we can totally invite other people into this room. So, just drop a name and I'll pull them up.
Yeah, bring anyone we know. Anyone we know is fine.
Right.
You got to make me a moderator so that I can...
All right. We'll do that. Actually, I can't do that. I can. Okay.
I got it.
I made a mod. Right. Don't worry about it.
Thank you. Keep talking and I'll see who I can round up for you. All right?
Okay. Well, Bernie, before you start searching and rounding up people, what is a rewatchable movie? What is a movie that you can rewatch over and over again?
Oh, for me, it's anything and everything from the director, Christopher Nolan. I've been a big fan of his since Memento. I've watched his Batman movies over and over again. And just, whether I'm on a plane or I'm at home or just whatever, wherever, anything by Christopher Nolan, I got to watch over and over again because his stories are so layered and so deep and so complex. Anyone who gets it on the first try is either lying or lying.
Right, yeah. Even Inception, I'm like, wait a minute, so what? Right? But
that's a rewatchable film.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, but then the part that still like bugs me about the Batman series is as the movies progress, Batman sounds like I was oh man, it just sounds bad. Batman sounds bad.
Do you mean when Batman is basically using like a mouthful of gravel as mouthwash?
Oh, yeah. Right. He's like, "Where's Rachel?" Like, shut up.
You know who does a good impersonation of Batman in Nolan's Batman? Pete Holmes. Stand-up comic Pete Holmes. I went to college with that guy. Are we bringing back? Well, hey, John's in the room too. What's up, John?
What up, John?
We are doing the Noonchi Podcast. I guess we don't. It's already in the title. But we're new to this. We're trying a new format out.
I'm at this point. I'm like, I don't think we're gonna do this again. But anyway, like,
if we
you know what you guys should do is if you pull somebody up that you know, you should have like a little monitor on your desk or whatever, and you just pull up a photo of them, and preferably the most embarrassing one that you can find.
Right.
So while they're talking, you got that photo that people can kind of lock in on.
I agree.
On the video part.
I agree. But
that means I gotta edit that.
Yeah. Or we need to have we need to make some amount of money that we can hire someone to be our producer / tech person, right?
Yeah.
The other part of what up, John?
What's up, John?
Ladies and gentlemen, John D. Kim is in the building.
Another fellow podcaster.
Hey guys. Oh no, I'm kind of out and about, so I just wanted to listen. So.
Oh. Okay. It's all good.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Cool.
Just listening.
Thanks for stopping by.
Just listening. Just listening.
So John does a podcast also called the Second Wind Podcast, and it's really good actually. They talk about basketball and sports, which I know nothing about. So they
how are you the fifth wheel on it when you have zero knowledge of sports except your baseball cards when you were a kid?
I'm editing. I'm the engineer on the show, but they're nice enough to give me some airtime.
Do they shit on you for your lack of?
No,
basketball? There's
no shitting on me. They shit on each other a little bit. But it's a really, really good show actually. They talk about sports, but they also ask like questions from like that Noonchi game thing we have, like from those cards you can pull out, and every week they ask we pick John, can you tell us what that is again? I forgot what it is.
It's called the balance game, right? Where it's kind of like either this or either that. Would you rather, your house is on fire, right? And the only thing you can grab is a towel, right?
Yeah.
Would you cover your face and you're taking a shower, and would you cover your face
Like
or,
we do those
or your nether regions?
Those questions, yeah.
That type of shit, right? Yeah.
That's like the Korean version of it.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
the Korean
And
version.
then this version, it's the icebreaker pack.
Right.
I randomly bought it. It has 6 different categories about life, experiences, would you rather, and blah, blah, blah. 6 different categories. And you just pick a card. It asks you random questions. It's good for just drinking, or it's just good for icebreaking and getting to know each other. Let's say there's a group of people. And
It's fun,
you're
yeah.
just trying to kind of get to know each other. So you ask a question, would you rather have bad breath for the rest of your life or bad gas for the rest of your life? Or, like that was a random one.
I have both these days.
So John does a show with both the Sandrin brothers, who are both ex-pro ball players, and Dave McGinnis. So
Who is in a bunch of Korean dramas. The last one I saw him in was Mr. Sunshine, where he goes, Eugene Choi. Right? I was like, why are you looking like Abraham Lincoln in that fucking drama, motherfucker? No, but I've been watching and listening to your show. You guys are a blasty blast. So everyone, if you on YouTube as well as all audio platforms, go check out the Second Wind podcast.
And likewise, I've been listening to you guys. So,
Oh,
it's great.
jokes.
Yeah. It's good. We got to support each other, right?
Absolutely.
So Danny and I, we record this podcast mostly on Tuesday nights at our office, and Tuesday nights are the nights that they vacuum.
Yeah.
So we picked like the worst time.
So that's what I'm hearing, right? I'm like, wow, what is that? And also, I am drinking. It's not beer, but it's apple cider, right?
Yeah, I mean, Danny and I,
I'm kind of buzzed.
can't do the beer, but we can still do the Manon pack for apple ciders for Manon. We're doing Apple Fox tonight.
So
it's good.
So, any more rewatchables? Bob?
For me, Top Gun's another one.
Ooh.
I really love Top Gun.
Wait, so the newest Top Gun's supposed to come out, right?
Yeah. I don't know when. It definitely got pushed back.
Yeah.
It was supposed to come out in 2020.
Right.
Right?
But then your movie was
right?
like, fuck no. My movie's supposed to be in here. So you beat dun 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 dun.
Don't go over 10 seconds or we get like a
If they can find dude, no matter how crazy YouTube's algorithm is, if me doing dun dun dun, dun
content
dun,
ID is crazy.
that's
They can pick up
fucking
humming
nuts
too.
because I'm tone deaf, right? So if they catch it, that's kudos to you, YouTube content ID. It's not like I'm getting monetized anyway.
Do you guys want Walter back here again?
Yeah,
He's still in the audience. He's still in the crowd.
I invited him, but he ignored it.
I think he speed us out because I kicked everybody out because I was like, you guys are not helping out with our podcast and we're already struggling as it is.
Oh, he's back. He's back. Walter, welcome.
Oh, yeah, no. I was playing Clash of Clans.
Oh my goodness.
Thanks for paying attention. Goddamn fucking vacuum people. I mean, thank you for vacuuming the whole thing, but it's anyway. So my next rewatchable movie is Rocky 3.
Rocky 3, is that the one with Drago?
No, it's with Clubber Lang. Hey woman, Mr. T.
Mr. T.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Clubber Lang. Hey woman. And I'm like, oh shit. Clubber. I think that was the first Mr. Acting role for Mr. T.
I don't remember that one.
Oh,
actually.
dude. That's where
He loses to Mr. T, right?
Spoiler alert.
Come on. It's like 30 years ago.
30 years
40
ago.
Years ago.
Spoiler alert. Rocky Balboa loses to Clubber Lang the first bout. And on top of that, Mickey dies.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Mickey dies. Yeah. And then that's where I saw Sylvester Stallone's crying in the movie.
Oh, he cries in the movie.
And it was hilarious. It was, dude, Rocky Balboa crying over Mickey almost made me laugh. That's how it was like. And I'm like, I don't know. I've never been that sad where I audibly wailed like that. Like I've cried to a point where I caught myself making a noise like
yeah,
that, but not like. I'm
sure you can find it on YouTube.
Yeah, of course.
The worst, the top 10 worst crying moments in film. Something like that.
Yeah.
It's got to be on there.
No, just say Rocky Balboa crying. He's like, I'm like, wow.
Man, you're mean, Danny. You're mean.
I almost laughed aloud, but I watch that shit all the time.
But why do you watch it over? Because it's an entertaining film?
Yeah, because he loses.
Yeah.
But then he wins.
Okay.
Right? And I mean,
Vindication.
Yeah.
You like the vindicated,
yes,
those kind of movies.
Because I feel like so far I've lost a lot. You know what I mean? And I've cried over Mickey many times in my life. You know what I'm saying? Now it's time for me to like find my Apollo Creed and learn how to dance and shit. You know what I mean?
I have one that's similar in the way where it's about vindication and it's about redemption. Shawshank Redemption is one of those movies that I can watch over and over, even though it's kind of like really difficult to get through it. It's one of those things like one of my biggest fears in life is being punished for something I didn't do. Right. And that movie is almost like the epitome of that, like going life in jail for something you didn't do.
Yeah.
Right. But just the redemption at the end of that film is all worth it. Like getting to the very end.
Yeah.
So
my biggest
I love that film.
My biggest fear is kind of related, but it's more specific. My biggest fear is getting butt fucked in jail. That's my biggest fear.
Okay.
Right.
Understandable.
Right. Going to jail is a fear, but getting butt fucked in jail, bigger fear. Way on top of the I'm afraid list. Rounding up to number 3 of my most rewatchable movies is what's that movie? Oh, it's Best of the Best.
Really?
I've watched that movie so many times.
Yeah, but I used to watch it over and over when I was younger, but it's not something I would watch over and over now.
What are you counting them for? You're not gonna watch Chris Penn's Tour de Force, huh?
Yeah.
And what's his name? Eric Roberts' weirdest martial arts stance of all time. Yeah. You know.
Oh man, we could quote that movie all night.
What are you counting them for?
What are you counting them for?
What are you? Yella?
Obviously.
I was like, hey, Phil Hyung, you don't speak like that. You don't have an accent. What the fuck?
Coach, this is all I got. I got nothing else. You gotta let me back on the team. Dude, Eric Roberts plays my dad in K-Town Cowboys, the movie.
I know.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Dude, that guy is so weird. Should we say it?
Say it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
He was a nice guy.
This is alleged, by the way. This is alleged.
Yeah,
we didn't see him do it, so it's alleged.
I wasn't going to bring that up.
Okay.
That's kind of like, we probably shouldn't bring that up.
Okay, we won't bring that up. Okay. I don't want to get sued for that. But anyway.
But I remember he's just like, he was a really nice guy, but he doesn't memorize lines. Can we talk about that?
Sure.
Yeah. And which is fine. Every actor has their own way of doing things, but he used cue cards, but not only cue cards, like huge ass poster size cue cards.
We had our PAs write with nice handwriting,
and our sound guy, our poor sound person, was like picking up all the movement from the posters being dropped and stuff. We got to redo that, reset. We went overtime. And going overtime in Hollywood, we went over just maybe 20 minutes, and it cost us $20,000.
Yeah, because we had to buy extra food, and we had to pay overtime to all the SAG, all the crew. And then he always he did this thing. Okay, the second here's my question. Because K-Town Cowboys, the film, was like a super ultra low budget film.
Yeah.
Like he didn't like want to memorize his lines.
Yeah.
But when he was in
I don't blame him. I just thought it was...
When he was in The Dark Knight, you know, do you think he was telling Christopher Nolan like, hey man, can you write cue cards on the back of the seat of this car so I can read? You know what I'm saying?
In the limo seat?
Yeah. With Harvey Two-Face trying to fuck me up. Like, hey, Aaron Eckhart, you know, I know you're a great actor, but I need cue cards, motherfucker. I think...
When Batman's holding him off the ledge, he's like, this fall's not going to kill me. He's like... Hey, can you move over the the poster a little bit so I can read that better? That thing and the other thing he did. I mean, it wasn't weird, but he taught us the fist pump, basically.
So you know what? Yeah. He was doing COVID greetings before, like 5 years before COVID. He was a trendsetter. Yeah, and he did like weird like trumpet noises with his mouth. Like he would be like, right.
Oh yeah.
All right, okay, everybody ready on set.
Action, and then he'd stop. Right.
Time for me to read.
Hey guys, doesn't Eric Roberts and Mercedes Ruehl look exactly alike?
I have no idea who Mercedes Ruehl is.
Who's that?
She's an actress. They look just exactly alike.
Okay.
I feel. Oh, by the way, Walter has like a crazy talent. One of the crazy talents is like he'll be like, "Hey, what's your favorite TV show?" Right, and you'll name it. Yeah. And then he'll be like, "Oh, that was on Wednesdays on Fox, was starring so and so and so and so." And then this person was famous because her first guest star. Like
that's not a crazy talent. That's a useless talent.
Yeah. But now he's moved it to Korean drama world.
Right. Okay.
Right. Before it was just American TV. Now it's like you're like, hey, so he was in My Father the Prince with it's a weird like bar trick or bar
like
talent.
A human IMDb for K-dramas.
Yeah, he's like a whatever the Korean version of IMDb is. Right.
Dude, Asian Wiki. It's Asian Wiki.
Asian Wiki.
Dude, I think Walter might be the first generation Ajummo. Because he just knows just too much about Korean TV dramas.
Ajummo?
Too much.
Ajummo.
Ajumale or
Ajummo? So, yeah, Bobby, so we've been talking about American rewatchable TV movies, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any Korean rewatchable movies?
I did. I mean, the one that actually helped me learn Korean was My Sassy Girl. 엽기적인 그녀.
Okay.
No, 엽기적인 그녀.
Yeah. That's it?
That was the only one really that I watched over and over. Yeah.
Would you get starstruck if you saw Chun Ji-yeon or Cha Tae-yeon?
Cha Tae-yeon.
Really?
Yeah.
You'd freak out? Do you shake?
I totally would, yeah.
Oh my God. Really? I would freak out with Chun Ji-yeon more than Cha Tae-yeon, to be honest.
Both of them. Both
really?
of them.
Right.
Yeah.
What made that movie like your go-to? Because I feel like it was a good movie, but there's plenty of movies, Korean movies that I can rewatch before that, and I have rewatched before.
I don't know. I just connected with it in a way that is like I felt Korean for the first time watching it.
Really?
Like I felt like this is what I kind of missed out on not growing up in Korea. Maybe I would understand these things better. But the fact that I enjoyed it made me feel more Korean. And I would watch it over and then I would repeat the lines. And yeah, I mean, my Korean got not that much better, clearly. 견우야, 미안해. Yeah. And there's that song that I love too. The I believe.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
But
I believe.
I believe.
That's a good song, though. That's a really good song.
It's a great song.
Yeah. The guy that wrote that song came to our podcast studio.
Yeah, the guy that looks kind of like a penguin.
Yeah. He kind of looks like Eric Roberts, actually.
No. If you stepped on Eric Roberts like he was an aluminum can and he didn't go all the way. He's, you know.
It was cool because he brought his keyboard and he did Esna's podcast, right? And I was in there that day, and he played that song. He did the intro, and I was just like, it was all worth it making this podcast studio. Like,
even though he wasn't the singer,
network.
He was a producer, but he wasn't the singer.
No, he wasn't. Yeah, he's the producer, but I think he wrote the song too, or at least the music. Maybe just got someone to top line it.
Do you think if he wrote the song that he spelled Berif with R's?
Yeah, probably. I believe.
You know what? Okay, so on Clubhouse, there was a room where it was like Koreans and Kyopos, and let's like unify or like, you know, and like discuss our differences or whatever that shit was, right? And so there was like a lot of Kyopos with identity crisis, like complaining that they don't feel Korean or they feel like shit when they try to speak Korean and they have a shitty accent, and then Koreans make fun of them. And then they feel not Korean, right?
Yeah.
I did not say anything to that because of us going, I brief. So it's like when we speak Korean and they make fun of our accents, that's payback for all the times we said, I brief. We deserve that shit. You know what I mean? We were not, I personally wasn't, I was an asshole to like the 1.5 generation when they couldn't pronounce things. I was like, okay. Like I remember teaching this like kid English for a little bit, right? So, you know, we would have, you know, like we would just, they call it pre-talking, right? So we would just talk, and I was like, hey man, what did you do this weekend? He's like, I went to 노래방. And I said, okay, cool. So did you have fun? He's like, oh yes. Who did you go with? My mom. And I said, okay. Why did you have fun going to 노래방 with your mom? And he goes, because she have a beautiful neck sound. And I was like, the fuck you say? What's the neck sound? And I was like, oh shit, he's trying to say 목소리, and that's what came out, right? And so to me, like that was funny, right? I didn't make fun of him, but in my mind, I made fun of him.
Yeah.
So now every time I say something like wrong in Korean, that's their neck sound.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's my neck sound.
Look at me one more time.
So we deserve the trashing we get when we're in Korea for not speaking proper. You know what I mean? Like that's karma and justice.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
I welcome it though. Like I love being here. Like despite people can make fun of me all day long. It's not any worse than, you know, me having to run everywhere in New York.
Yeah.
I was all New Yorkers are fast walkers, not because they're trying to get, you know, they have fast lives. It's just that they're trying to escape danger. Like people don't understand this.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I feel safe in Korea. Like people can make fun of me all day long. I don't care.
Hey, there was a recent thing that I realized that, and I asked you today, and you've never really recognized it. Mm-hmm. One thing in Korea I see a lot, more than anywhere else in the world, is the ajoshi's affinity to touch their feet. Right?
What? Yeah, I didn't know what you were talking about.
So like, for example, like, you know, like the workers, like the maintenance workers on all the big buildings around here, like during lunchtime, they'll sit on a ledge outside their building, and they'll take off their shoes and touch their feet, whether it's to rotate their ankles or whatever, but they touched. I'm like, there's so much foot touching going on.
I've never noticed that.
Dude, I mentioned it somewhere and everyone went, oh shit, it's so true. Like,
oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like even here, I think not the concept of feet, but the feet is like it's completely different. Like, you know, obviously because, you know, stereotypically Americans wear their shoes inside, although these days they don't, you know what I mean? But like things of that nature, like the foot is regarded differently, I think, in Korea versus
maybe
America.
John or Bernie could jump in here. Do you know what Danny's talking about? I've actually never seen this.
Danny, I think the word you're looking for is fetish.
No. That's the ajushi touching other people's feet, but not when the ajushi is touching his own foot. That just means he's a dirty motherfucker. That's what it means, right?
So when you brought this up with people, it was Korean people.
Yeah, they were like, 대박, 형, 맞죠? Like they go. He goes, I didn't realize that Koreans do that, but you're fucking right, especially dudes. You know?
Well, I see a bit coming on, so you got to work on a bit for this. I mean, if Korean people notice that,
of course,
yeah, you got to do that.
Obviously, I'm not going to do it in a Korean American setting because it's going to be fucking this type of response. People aren't even flashing their fucking microphones right now. Yeah, I want to move everybody to the audience right now, including you, Bob.
This is interesting. You know, doing a podcast in this format. Mm-hmm. I thought it would be just the same and just having an audience, but I think it'll take getting used to.
Right.
Oh, what did it just say? Jeez.
Yeah, we have Esther Huang in the studio. Hi, Esther.
What up? Yo, Daniel, but I just sent you a DM. Guess where I ate, or I just finished eating.
Oh, I don't want to guess right now, but where did you go?
Via Guerrero.
Oh, shit.
Oh, damn. Yeah,
how was it?
맛있었어. The hot sauce didn't hit as like the red sauce in LA, you know?
Right.
But damn, the meat,
on point.
Those mofos, I think they like kissed the pork or something that they're cooking with, because that shit was bomb.
I'm glad.
It's really good.
I'm glad you enjoyed my recommendation. Awesome, Esther.
감사합니다.
Oh yeah.
They do the 돼지 껍데기 there too, right? The 껍데기.
Like the Mexican style, like chicharrones.
Yeah.
I think so. I like chicharrones tacos.
Remember, it's like a special menu every now and then.
Right. But Esther, I'm glad you went, and I'm glad you enjoyed. I'm glad that my 혓바닥 is still knows the LA Mexican 음식. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, you do. Yeah, my 친구 and I, we drove 1시간 반
Oh
to get
shit!
here too.
Why?
Because we're in Incheon. We're in Seoul right now.
Damn.
Where? Right. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed. I'm glad it was worth 1시간 반. It wouldn't have been worth 1시간 반 for me, but I'm glad you enjoyed. Oh shit! I'm hungry again. I ate some 6 dogchang. It's not terrible. Boo.
6 dogchang.
Is that like 3 dog soup?
Yeah.
No, 육개장.
Yeah. It's like 3 dog soups. 삼계탕.
or Car Rock 102.
Danny hasn't been on stage for a while. You gotta give him some slack.
차돌박이. Car Rock 102.
This is why no one listens to the Noonchi Podcast. Because
is it my fault or you're meandering where you go, I don't know what you just said, so I'm just talking to nobody.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness. I'm actually buzzed. I don't know if I'm looking red on the YouTubes, but this 4.5% Apple Fox is not fucking me up, but one more and I think I'm gonna start making mistakes. I'm gonna start drunk dialing people. You know what I'm saying?
This is like full on recording and recorded right now.
Yes, it is recording. So Esther will be if the Via Guerrero people listen, they'll be like, oh my god, somebody came an hour and a half from Incheon to eat our food. Thank you.
Yeah, I did.
Thank you, Danny Samchuns.
1000%.
Oh. Yeah, but then they're gonna also hear like Car Rock 102 and 6 Dogs Chang. Boo. You know what though? I realized that there are certain rooms here where it's like kyopos from all over the world talking.
Yeah.
Like rooms.
Yeah.
Hey, they're action packed, man. I think that's our niche. That's our fucking niche.
Yeah.
But I don't think everyone's.
I think so too.
I don't think everyone's gonna like it though. Some people are gonna want like more like educational shit. Some people are gonna think, they want us to talk more about our struggles being Koreans or Korean Americans in Korea. But
I'm gonna ask you again, Danny. So we've been through like 55 minutes of this podcast, right? We usually go around an hour, right? I'm wondering if we should open up the last 10 minutes and make this room public.
All right, I'll open it public. I'll make it public right now.
And we'll get
I didn't even know this wasn't public. I feel special.
Yeah, it's a social room of just people that we actually are friends with.
Oh, that's dope. And Danny, what you just said, I just experienced that community like 2 days ago, and I have like been loving Clubhouse since, because like the Asian American specifically like community that was here even last month, I was like, I wasn't really feeling it.
So it was really empty just a month ago.
Right.
Like we only joined a week and a half ago.
Right.
And so we thought it was just like business as usual.
But then
this week has been crazy.
Yeah, because Korea opened up its doors, and then obviously Danny Oppa and Bobby Samchun came in to fuck shit up on Clubhouse, motherfuckers.
Danny's in the room too.
We have Danny Jung in the house.
What's up, Danny?
Hey,
Hi, Oppa.
Mr. Jung.
Yo.
안녕하십니까?
This is the other Jung. This is the other Danny. Sorry.
Yeah, the other Jung.
Yeah.
여기 Jung 한 명밖에 없습니다.
조씨였구나. You know my mom was a Joe, so I would have been you. Anyways, how you doing, bro?
What's up? Bobby and I are recording our podcast, episode 31. Obviously, the other 30 we have not done on Clubhouse, but we've
Cool. Are you taping it today?
Yes, that's what we're doing. So, Danny, say hi to our 3 fans.
Don't say anything incriminating.
Hey, is this like a panmalbang, or is this like a Korean only room, or what's up?
No, this is us recording. This is not meaning we can. I mean, we were talking about rewatchable movies and just shooting the shit with our other guests in the room. But for the last 10 minutes, Bobby decided that we should open it up to everybody, so we can be whatever you want it to be.
That's great, man.
Yeah, we'll go 반말. Should we do 반말? Should we switch to Korean? Is that the question?
Okay, I can do it. Can you do it?
저는 할 수 있어요.
오,
예,
술 마시니까 좀 술술 나오는데, 바비.
그럼요. 예, 당연하죠. 예. 한국말 잘해요. 여기 10년 살았어요.
10년 살았는데 왜 이렇게 바보처럼 떠듬떠듬
잘하고 있잖아요. 씨발 이거
씨발 얌새끼야. 동생한테 그런 말 하면 어때?
Is that John? Hey, what's up, John?
John's outside walking and stuff.
How are you, brother?
Yeah, so.
What's up,
Yeah.
man? Long time.
Oh, hey, what's going on, man? Long time. I just followed you right now. Dude, I was already following you.
Hey guys, I like these 오래간만에 talks, but this is our podcast. You don't let's talk to us, not to each other.
This is
뭐야 이거?
This is going out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts in a couple of days.
Hey, how's the wife and family? I'm like, what? Come on.
We're gonna lose listeners because you guys are catching up on our podcast.
Yo, now that you found each other, 그냥 알아서 그냥 private room으로 가. 왜 여기서 난리야? 남의 방에서 망고지고 망신 주고 그래.
Oh, my Daniel was so funny, man. 너무 웃겨.
Well, thank you.
Man, I disagree, but yeah.
감사합니다. 너보다는 웃기잖아. 나는 코미디언, 너는 슬픈 노래만 부르고.
알았어.
좋아.
Hey, how do you say comedian in Korean?
Comedian. Well, they say gagman, but I refuse to say that word.
Gagman. Oh, gagman.
I like comedian better.
Yeah, comedian. Comedian makes it feel like it's like it's more professional sounding. Gagman sounds like something you do like away from your parents.
I mean,
Oh my God.
Danny, would this work out like, 안녕하세요, 나 데니조입니다. 나 comedian입니다. Can you say it like in English?
Comedian.
In Korean?
I'll be like, 안녕하세요. 저는 미국에서 온 코미디언 데니조입니다.
Is that what you say?
Yeah, 데뷔를 만나서 반가워요. 그럼 코미디언이에요. 개그맨? 아니요. 개그맨 아니고요. 코미디언이에요.
Okay.
뭐가 다른데요? 하나는 영어고 하나는 솔직히 영어는 아니에요.
You're freaking me out here.
Yeah.
It's like Danny's looking deep into my eyes for some reason and telling me.
Is that Bobby?
Yeah, it is me.
Hey, what's up, Bobby?
Wait,
Yeah.
Danny, do you not know that the Noonchi Podcast, the host is me, Danny Cho, and Bobby Choi? 몰라요?
I didn't see the photo. I didn't know Big Phony was Bobby.
Yeah.
그래요.
We
It's the facial hair that throws people off.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Noonchi Podcast is not a very popular podcast, but it's Danny and I. We've been doing this for a year now.
Yeah.
Before the Noonchi Podcast, we were doing a podcast called When in Seoul, which we were really restricted. We weren't allowed to swear on it. We weren't allowed to talk about politics.
We still don't.
We still don't, but we swear now.
This is like Mania Ching, straight up. Love it.
What's Mania Ching? What's that?
Well,
that's just straight up Konglish.
Yeah. It's kind of like a niche hardcore audience like would like it. You know what I mean? Right?
Yep.
Yeah. But Bobby, thanks for paying attention to what the fuck.
Oh no,
this is why I didn't want to turn this shit on, because you already have ADD and here
I'm
you are
checking
scrolling. They're not coming up. They're not coming up, motherfucker.
No, I had no idea that there was more people down below if you scrolled.
Yeah.
And so, but now we have to, it's a different dynamic. I can't do this.
Remember when we did Spoon?
Yeah.
The reason why it didn't work was because you were, and we had to do it in Korean too. But it was your ADHD going, 안녕하세요. 그거 뭐지? And I'm like, man, it's an hour of this shit, man.
Oh man.
Your guys' little duo is so good. 너무 좋아요.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
진짜 재밌어.
Thanks. It's just me shitting on Bobby and then Bobby shitting on me, calling me not funny and fat and ugly and shit. And I call them old.
What was that? So we found out today that the Noonchi Podcast is within the top 25% of podcasts in the world.
I did not say that.
No.
But according to
I'm sorry. The top 10 podcasts of the world, we lie within that.
Okay, explain.
Based on our downloads.
That sounds fucking crazy, all right?
Okay, so listen to this. Right. According to Buzzsprout, if your new episode gets within 7 days of its release, more than 231 downloads, you're in the top 10% of podcasts. And I'm happy to report that we do get more than that collectively on YouTube and every other platform.
When you say it that way, now we feel like losers.
No, YouTube is also it's a platform.
No, 유튜브 얘기를 왜 했어? 유튜브 안 했으면 좀 멋있었잖아. 왜 유튜브를 얘기하고?
근데 유튜브에서 우리 뭐 영상도 나오잖아.
유튜브는 100몇 명 되고요. 그다음에 여기서.
So in order for us to get to the top 5% of podcasts, we have to get at least 539 downloads
per episode per week.
Yeah, and then we'll be in the top 5%. So that's how many podcasts are out there that nobody's listening to. You can get in.
So we're in the top 10%. What's the top 1%? What is the best of the best?
Top 1%. If you have more than 3,062 downloads, you're in the top 1%.
What are you counting them for?
Oh my God. You stupid. I can't.
What a setup, Daddy Joe! Yeah!
All right. So most people, they're not going to understand where that's from.
Wow.
Have you guys seen Best of the Best? That's like an old school Taekwondo movie.
Yo, Philip Ree was badass.
Hell yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
what are you counting him for?
But you like that setup?
That was Chris Penn.
Yeah,
by
Chris
the way.
Penn.
Yeah.
Rest in peace,
Rest
Chris
in
Penn.
peace. That was funny. I'll give that to you.
I don't need your fucking giving nothing. 뭐를 줘, 씨발.
You were due.
나는 원래 재밌었어. 줄 필요 없어.
Yo, so it's you and it's Danny Cho and Big Phony and Bernie's the guest, right?
No.
I'm just eavesdropping.
All of you are our guests, speaking and hopefully adding to the show. So
yeah, we actually pinged our friend Pedro from LA. That's in K-Town Cowboys with us. We were trying to get him on as a guest. But I think he's in another room. He's just not. He doesn't care.
Either that, or I think he's a techno bubble.
He's got a little bit of that too.
Techno bubble. But we talked about that last episode. So for techno bubble, Peter, I want to do. Actually, I don't want to do it through this with Peter. I want nobody else in the room. I want, because if you have ADD, that motherfucker got ADD too.
And it's got to be like a 3-hour episode.
Right.
We have so much that we can talk about.
Right.
Hey, Danny Joe, I just want to say, I loved your performance on the K-Town Cowboys. Right. K-Town Cowboys.
Thank you. I wrote it.
That's epic, bro.
That hurts my feelings because I was in K-Town Cowboys also.
Pennyale, I am a fan.
Oh, 감사합니다.
Yeah.
감사합니다.
Y'all were freaking crushing it during that time.
During that time. 10년 전이었어. 그때 존나 많이 크러싱어. 지금은 크러싱 안 해. 그냥.
완전 망했다.
Look where I'm at. Look where I'm at.
Right.
And look whose wreck I took.
Right. That's true. That's right.
There we go.
I mean, Danny, you are like the prime example of like what a 폭탄 처리 situation would be.
Hey, kick him out. 폭탄 처리 situation.
영원히 celebrity.
그래요? 고마워요.
Oh yeah.
고마워요. Oh my God.
What does that mean, 영원히 celebrity?
Forever.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. I didn't know
012, bro.
I didn't know we had another comedian in the room.
012. Forever.
I did not know that.
So K-Town Cowboys, we are actually, this conversation has come up multiple times where we wanted to do a sequel to the web series, but we want to shoot it in Korea.
Right.
But we're being taught the Korean ways, the original K-Town.
But the other part is we're all in our 40s. We should be taught to stay the fuck at home. You know what I mean? What are we going to go clubbing in our 40s and get turned away? It'd be like, that story about you're like, hey, you know, you get carded and you go,
that's gotta be in
이거 진짜예요. 이거 진짜예요.
Can I tell the story that happened to me, right?
But I tell all stories better. I tell your stories better.
You tell.
No, go for it.
So me and Justin Chan, right? So another Asian American friend that looks young, right, for his age. He plays a lot of characters much younger than he actually is. Him and we went to Hongdae one time together and with some of his younger friends, and they took us to a club, and we all got carded. So Justin and they wouldn't let us in for some reason, right? And my Korean wasn't so great. This was like 9 years ago. I was like, how old? Like 33, 34 or something like that, right? And so was he. He's like 33 at the time. So we couldn't get in because we thought they were saying your IDs are fake. So I kept saying, 아니요, 이거 진짜예요. 진짜 ID인데요. And they're like, we know you're too old for this club. So we didn't know you can't go into clubs. I didn't know the Bernie rule. Bernie had told me later on, you have to either know the owners or you got to buy a bottle or something like that. So me and Justin ended up just going to some makgeolli jeep and just drinking makgeolli all night while his friends were at this club. But
I think I could have told this story.
Yeah, you're right.
You said a lot of useless shit in there.
Yeah.
Nice. Hey, Danny Big Phony, thanks for inviting me up, and hope to come back on the next episode, bro.
All right.
Thanks, Danny.
Bye-bye.
It was a pleasure. Bye.
Stay safe, brother.
Man.
I think we should slowly wrap it up, Bob.
Yeah.
We have a long and early day tomorrow.
Yeah.
We have to shoot content for this famous ajushi tomorrow.
Yeah, this what was he, like a financial advisor?
He's Korea's #1 financial advisor ajushi named John Lee.
Yeah, we're so we have to actually work tonight setting up the studio for the shoot in the morning. Yeah,
so we're gonna have to call it soon.
Yeah.
But
do you want to pull up one more person from the audience to throw out a last question?
If anyone has
that way.
If anyone has a question, can you please raise your hand?
Yeah. Don't be shy.
And 아무도 손을 안 들었네요.
All right, that's cool too, but Danny and I can keep going.
We can, dude. I can
close the show.
I'm kind of buzzed. I can talk nonsense right now, like super nonsense. You know, like 완전 생지랄. You understand what I'm saying? Like
I believe
존나 지랄, 지랄, rat eggs.
Okay, it's time to wrap up. You guys, thanks for joining us on the 31st episode.
31th?
Yes, the 31th episode
존나 바보네.
of the Noonchi Podcast. That is what I call Kyopo brain. When you live in Korea as long as I have.
I don't think it's a kyopo part. I think it's called stupid brain, not kyopo brain. Thanks. Well, you know, I don't know if we'll continue to do this. Let us know if we should start or continue to kind of simultaneously use Clubhouse for our podcasts.
We could do bonus episodes. It'd just like be a bonus thing.
But let us know, because I don't know. I don't know if this is good or bad. Is it a train wreck? Is it fun? I know Esther laughed a lot, and I'm thankful that she liked Via Guerrero. Mm-hmm. She's my 영원한 fan. Mm-hmm. And so 나는 뭐 할 거 다 했어 이제.
Yeah, I think we should keep trying it. At least we were one of the first to try it. That makes me feel special.
I don't care anymore. We were the first web series on YouTube. Nobody gave a shit. We didn't plaque, no nothing. Fuck that. I don't care about being first. I care about doing good shit now. Fuck all that.
That's the stuff though when we're old and gray, where we're gonna tell our grandkids. When I was your age, I had the first web series on YouTube. Do you know what YouTube is?
Why did you have that accent?
I don't know.
And when you get older, you become racist?
I'm gonna live in Alabama then.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks for listening to the Noonchi Podcast. We're available on all audio platforms. We're available on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Noonchi Podcast. Follow Bobby Choi at Big Phony. Follow me at Danny Cho Comedy. And follow both of us on Clubhouse now.
And also, big shout out to Linus BBQ.
Yay, Linus.
Go to the website, gofundme.com/Save Linus BBQ and see what's going on there. He really needs your help, and amazing friend of ours, super good human being that needs our help right now. Please go check it out. Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.